I love my haters. They are the ones that make me an animal. They make me animalistic because I know something deep inside them wants me to fail. And I'm gonna do my damnedest to see you suffer as I succeed.
While you're over there watching me and talking about me, I'm working. I'm working hard. I'm taking things to the next level. You keep gossiping and I'll keep working. You keep talking smack and I'll keep working. You keep focusing on everything and everyone else and I'll keep working. And when you finally look around at where you are and where I'm at, you'll realize that you have nothing left to talk smack about. And this here applies to that you will lose and I will win. When people are playing office politics or forming their little cliques or working their personal agendas. And again, I know sometimes you have to play those games, but let your first course of action, let the fundamental core of your reaction be to outwork and outperform every last one of them.
The most important step we'll ever take in life is our next one. A lot of us get our feet stuck in concrete. We get our feet stuck in concrete because we're afraid to make enemies. We're afraid to speak what's on our mind. We're afraid of being in that group of people. And when you walk away, we're afraid of what they might say behind your back. All that fear clouds your brain, clouds your thinking. One thing in life, you're gonna always have haters. Embrace them. If you can walk on water, trust me, your haters will say, you can walk on water because you can't swim. Learn one thing. Embrace the fact that people don't like you. It means you're doing something right. Stay hard. Stay in the fight.
What do you do about the negative guy that's trying to bring you down? You can confront them, and you can, by doing that, join in their little game. And in doing that, you give them the satisfaction. They now know that they got into your head, and then you're turning your workplace into, your basic grade school gossip hall. So we don't like that. The preferred methodology for this situation for me is quite simple. And that is ignore and outperform them.
A lot of us don't believe that we can achieve the impossible. And along my journey, I started realizing, man, I discovered something that some people have, but they don't even know. All of us have it. But along this way, I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't a theorist. I became a practitioner. And I was like, my God, I'm busting down so many barriers of, I have a learning disability. Okay, but I'm catching up with everybody. I figured that out. I figured out all these negative things in my life that were keeping me in this hole. I'm like, I gotta tell people, man, that, hang on a second, man. You can achieve the absolute impossible. You don't need great parents. You don't need a private school. You don't need to have this humongous GPA and all this other shit. What you need is the one thing I talk about in my book, which is straight up brutal work ethic. You have to be willing to outwork everybody in the world. And that's the hard part. That's the hard part. This isn't like some 5-step process where if you do these 5 steps, you're gonna end up with this magical world. Nah, I'm basically teaching you how to callous over your victim's mentality. I'm teaching you how to, I did 67,000 pull-ups in training for the pull-up record. I was seriously callousing my hands to protect them. What I'm trying to do with people is teach them how to find more of themselves to where they empower themselves. I'm all about the underdog. So that's what the book's all about, man. It's all about having that step process, and I had to share this with people.
My haters give me energy. and passion like nobody else. Let me tell you something. There are times when I'm thinking about taking a nap and I think about my hater. Listen to me, there are times I think about doing something stupid and I say to myself, E.T., if you mess up, you know how your haters will relish in this? Love my haters, embrace my haters. Why? Because my haters will say things to me that my mother will never say. My haters will say stuff my wife will never say. My haters will say stuff that people that love E.T. would never say. My haters give me a perspective.
That was the biggest thing. I had to stop caring what people thought about me. I walked around and I put these people on a pedestal. Everybody was better than me. So I can't tell you anything about me because you're going to judge me and I'm going to feel even worse than what I am. What I realized, once I calmed my mind down and sat back and looked at how jacked up this world is, once you realize that you are not alone, everybody that's talking to you about how jacked up you are, only thing they've done better than you is they've hidden their world better than you have. That's all they've done. So once I realized that, if you want to sit back, like for instance, there's all these things that are on TV and we have all these news people judging. Yeah, they made big mistakes. But that person who is judging you on TV, I guarantee you that news person, they say, I'm glad that my shit didn't come out, but I'm going to judge the hell out of you. I know that about people. So if you want to sit back and judge how jacked up I was and how messed up my life was, Merry Christmas, go for it. Have a good time. But I'm smiling at you right now, knowing you have a secret that you're not willing to share. It gives you a lot of power when you're able to go on a podcast this big and say, hey, tell me, I'll tell you anything you want to know. I no longer care. And that is a lot of power in that. To be able to put your life on a billboard for the whole world to see and say, judge it, man. Judge it. Like just me talking about it makes me feel good. And that's another thing about it. When you are willing to talk about how jacked up you are, the strength, that big rock that you carry, it just starts to come off you. It just starts to come off. That's why I do it so often. I'm like, hey man, I'll tell you anything you want to know. I'm tired of being afraid. I'm tired of not telling you. I'm tired of lying about how good I'm not.
People may think that I'm this extrovert guy now because I've been trying to get this book out there, but out of everybody with, like with their books, I think I probably took on the least amount of podcasts. I think we turned down over 200 podcasts. I was getting them left and right, and I'm like, you know what, man, if you buy the book, you buy it. If not, I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna be out here trying to pump this book on people, and people oversell themselves too much, I think, in life, and that's just not me, man. If you like it and you hear about me through word of mouth, Merry Christmas. If not, man, so be it, man. You don't hear about me.